Hello, I'm Eagle. Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens one on Instagram. And this is fucking talking shit with Eagle, episode 381.5. The wormhole. Little fucking Merc popping in the background for a minute. Little Merc and Afro Man. Another fucking amazing cannabis event that I missed last week. I wanted to go to. I told Smiley somebody that that's one I really wanted to go because I was gonna fucking rope Afro Man into fucking coming on the show. Fucking bummer. Another fucking missed opportunity. Oh, I hate missed opportunities. That's kind of what the skull thing is. It's on the skull list. What can you do? Cannabis Flower, Jason Highstone, Aldridge 23, Me All Flower. Need to get off the top chat. Welcome back, guys. Always a pleasure to see you guys in the chat. Yeah. Good morning, all problems. What are you guys smoking on? Hawaii Sustainable. How you doing? Johnny Tennessee popping in.
Can you hear? Oh, there you are. I can hear you now. Okay. What's up?
Are you there or is it me? Probably.
I don't know. It seems like I'm having an issue here. I'm going to jump out and try again.
No, I can hear you now. Ah, there it goes. It was me. It was me trying to play with the speakers before it got out. Sure, out. Jason Axel, Australian throne. Still just before 20. How you doing? Purple Kush, great stuff. Ooh, good. Jesse Stevenson, hello, how are you? Oh yeah, to you.
I can hear you now.
I can hear you. You couldn't hear me? I can hear
No,
you, but it wasn't in my headset.
no, it was muffled. It was really weird. It was like there was some kind of a misconnection or something. Great show, man.
It could have
Prometheus.
been
A lot of respect for
pretty
that guy.
awesome, dude.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm just blown away by that. That was good. I was impressed with him. Excellent
Didn't think
show.
it was super funny when I made that call that day. He cracked me up.
That would have been funny as shit. Not totally
I
not
know this
expecting him.
voice. Yeah, yeah. I know this voice. How the hell you doing, Eagle? I didn't even get a chance to really even say, my name before he said it. I thought that cracked me up. Cracked me the fuck up. I didn't even
Yeah,
know
that's
at
awesome.
that point he hadn't even said his name. I didn't even know who I had on the other line, which
So
it struck my curiosity.
you were at a disadvantage completely.
Oh, completely,
Yeah,
completely.
yeah, those are good times. Yeah, I just did a reset on my garden, and uh, and I started up the experiment that somebody brought up the other day. I forget who it was. It might have been Gazoo Kush that gave me the idea. But someone said you should do an experiment side by side with the sand that's outside in the desert with the wash sand. So I got it set up. This is exactly what I did. So right here, that's the native sand. That's the sand that comes right out from outside. Just wet it up. That's the wash sand. Okay. So I'm doing a monster clone right here to see how well she does in this. So the last ones that I had in there, 6 days, fully rooted. And I got those plumbed up right here. They're all set up right there. But the last one's
Pretty
fully
good
rooted.
results.
Yeah, fully
6
rooted.
days on a bud is fucking amazing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see what it does. 6 days. We'll see what happens in 6 days with this. And this here has been soaking for 4 days in aloe vera juice, water. You know, sliced off a chunk of the plant, threw it in there, whipped it up. So over here, I didn't even soak my seeds like I normally would. I just poked a hole and put them in there. And I did the same thing with these right here. So I got 3 in each one of these little, where you see the little names. I got 3 beans in each one of those spots in a line. So we'll see how it goes. The ones outside that I put out there for the bird, those all planted. I mean, they all took root. They're growing. So I didn't soak those. So I'm hoping that does it. And get a complete reset here. Took a few plants down and transplanted. Got a few out of here. I think I took 4 out. I gotta slow my shit down a little bit here. I get excited. Somebody gives me an idea about an experiment, and I just go for it. You know, I can't help it. You're on mute.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with taking on a challenge here and there.
I don't remember who told me about that. I think it was Kazukush. It might have been somebody else. But the other night when we were having a conversation with the cat, it just went and got crazy. What's up, Red Pip?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
How you doing,
Pretty good.
Rico?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, so exciting. I'm very excited about my new project that I got going. So
I feel like wasn't there another project too? Another experiment? I think we on that 420 stream we came up with a few different ones. Didn't we? Did you write them down?
Damn it. No.
Okay, well then they're lost to time.
No,
No, I'm
I
just
just
kidding.
go back and
They're
watch.
lost.
Yeah, no.
Damn,
Go back
you're
and watch
not lost
it.
the time. Then the replay. If it was
Yeah.
last 420, it'd be lost the time.
Right.
This
right.
420, we managed to save it. Managed to do it right. This.
Yeah, we had an idea what was going on at this point. We're shooting from the hip, so to speak.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I had a good day today.
You know, they're due to you, Johnny. I will be. Well, I got a couple of extra things I'm doing here in the next few weeks. I'll be on Canna Mink's channel. He asked me to stop by.
I love that guy, man. I think he's an inspiration, man. I love him.
He
I
is.
think he's awesome.
He is. He asked me to come by and talk a little bit of cannabis with him, which I enjoy because it's not one of the both opportunities that I'm getting ready to speak of. It's not necessarily like a background show. I hate the background shows. We're going on to talk about stuff I actually like. Talk about cannabis and stuff like that. It isn't talk about you type thing. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Cannaminx over there, talking a little bit of beginner cannabis with him. He's setting up a grow tent, wants to talk a little bit E6. So I'm gonna head
Yeah,
over
we've been
there
bouncing.
next.
We've been bouncing back and forth talking about the vegetable garden and stuff. Yeah.
Nice, great dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And then, of course, through you, the gentleman you've been talking to,
Oh, Mark.
yep, got a hold
Yeah.
of me and asked me to kind of come on his show.
I
So
keep
I'm gonna
poking at him.
pop over there.
I'm
Oh
sure
yeah, the
his ribs are
invitation's
hurting.
there. It's gonna be within the next week or two. It's the ball's definitely in my court. He's wanting me to come over there at any time within the
Oh,
next week
very
or two
good.
to kind of come on and talk about the show and whatnot. So I'm gonna take up that opportunity to kind of help spread the word on that platform about what we're doing over here and try to draw a few people
Excellent.
in that might
There's a
be
few
listening
people.
over there.
There's definitely a few people on there that are smokers. They have already picked me out. I mean, you can't tell by my name, Johnny Cannacy. So it's pretty much right out there. But yeah,
But
there's some
it will
good
be
people.
maybe there'll be some on the fence over there that may be considering cannabis that
And they
may be
might
able
need
to
some
sweat.
help growing.
Some help growing, some help even encouraging to just open the door to cannabis and be a
Exactly.
little bit more open-minded in both trying it and possibly cultivating. You never know. You never know. You know. I'm excited. Either way. Either way, I'm excited, Johnny. Thank you.
I am too, yes. And he is a wealth of talent. I mean, he has created stuff that is a musical instrument, his own thing. So it's
He did. He definitely mentioned a little bit of the music aspect as well.
yeah,
So
he is a
it'll be
talented
interesting.
individual. Yeah, he's talented. He really is. I like him. He's got good morals, good spirits. He's a positive personality. You know, I like that. We need more positive shit in this world. That's all I gotta
I said that today. I said that today to a cashier. I was at Home Depot and dropped a 20 as I was pulling money off my clip to pay. And she looked down and like, I looked up. Thank you. The world needs more better people, more honest people. And which kicked off a nice conversation about, people in general, good heartedness, random acts of kindness. But we both agreed. And it's you as well that we've got a good team, but we need more and more. We need more and more people to
Most
show that
definitely.
genuine good heartedness.
I agree. 100%. And Prometheus, man, that's a venture. I like that. If there's any way I can help him out, I'd like to help him out. Because, I'm all about the vets. The vets are awesome. They've kept us safe within our borders, at least till now.
You won't be saying that when you're eating Twinkies, Johnny.
Twinkies, oh God, I can't eat those.
No?
No.
Uh-oh, then you're gonna be in trouble.
Oh, I'm gonna be hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna be hurt, man. Because yeah, I can't eat any of that fake stuff. It just makes me sick. It's my diverticulitis. It's if it's not a real food, it doesn't work with my body for some reason. You know,
Is
if
it
it's got a
so?
lot of what do you call that? Um, preservatives and stuff like that in it, it really messes with me.
Stomach has a lot of times breaking down that stuff that's not supposed to be broken down. A lot
Yeah.
of over acid over acid activity.
So I'm smoking on some Tangyland. What are you smoking on? Something I just got done cutting down and gearing up.
I'm smoking on something called regret crossed with disappointment.
Oh man, that sounds like a real.
That sounds like a lonely night. Jesus.
I heard a country
That's
song
true.
just like that the other night, man.
That sounds like
No, come on, guys. I'll
that
be
sounds like a
optimistic.
strain you'd smoke in the bathroom, to be honest with you. That sounds
Smoking,
like a
smoking in
bathroom.
the bathroom right off the fucking top of the fucking toilet lid.
Yeah. No, not off the toilet lid. Not off the toilet lid. I would never suggest doing that.
No.
Not the toilet, not the
But-
toilet seat, the lid that goes over the little dealy dally.
You know, unless you're smoking flower on in the bathroom there, right, Phil? I'm not suggesting you do dabs. That could be the worst place to catch a burn is sitting on the toilet, brother.
Yeah.
I can. Oh man, that's a non-dab zone. That's a non-dab zone. Non-dab zone, bro. Dangerous. Sounds dangerous.
So do you like my experiment? You think it'll be good?
I do. I'm interested in see what if the native microbes will make a difference in the native.
Did you do any sifting of this sand, or did you just go out and straight up grab a
I
hand?
just went out, dug it out with the shovel,
Mhm.
and put it in there. That's all I did.
So there
I
could be
didn't
anything.
sift it. There could be anything in it. There could be pieces of plastic. There could be a screw,
Cigarette butts.
possibly.
bites.
My mom smoked, yes. But I didn't see any of that in when I was putting it in. So
You know, that one of the very first plants I grew, I so happened to be lucky and just actually find. Now this is like how the universe tends to work, right? I just so happened to find a pot of soil with no plant growing in it. All that there was in it was just soil with a couple of like ashed cigarettes. Like someone had started to use a pot of soil as an ashtray, but then like forgot about it or discarded it. Just happened to be something I found in my backyard. And I'm like, hey, I can utilize this. And I picked off the cigarette butts and I grew a weed plant inside there. So if I just disgusted anyone, I'm sorry, but I utilized what means I had. My cigarette.
I use
weed.
everything around me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't put anything. I don't think anything is not useful. Let me just put it that way. I think Eagle understands what I'm talking about. If you've been in construction at any sort,
I put
Yeah.
things away for the weirdest reasons. And even when I'm throwing things away, like cabinets and shit like that, because I've built so many things and I realize the cost factor and some shit, I pop off hinges. Those hinges are still good.
what about
Hinges,
the
screws,
little brackets inside that keep it
catches.
square?
Fuck that shit. Half the
You know?
time that shit's just glued in there. Drawer slides. I'll take drawer slides, shit like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
repurpose a lot of shit.
Those fancy magnetic ones.
Yeah, slow close and stuff like that. You
Ball
bet.
bearing hinges, man, them are gold. They actually
Ma-
ones
My
that are
my whole cabinet system here came out of an apartment that we were remodeling for the company that I was with,
Mhm.
and I went in there and I looked at this and they were tearing everything out, and I said, no, you set that stuff down on the ground over here and be careful with it. I want this stuff here. This is still good. And they set it up in the corner for me, and it sat inside that apartment for a good couple of months before I had a chance to get it home. But we
this
were
is where I'm at
remodeling.
with that though, Johnny. This is going to the curb, right? This is fucking going to the curb. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, you. Yes, curb. Yes,
Put it in
yes,
my
curb.
truck.
Yes, yes, curb, 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 curb. Okay, then it'll go to my truck. You don't get that at the end of the job. They're like, "Oh, I gave you that fucking cabinet and shit." Well, yeah, and I did you the favor of not taking it to the curb and then waiting for somebody else to haul it off. What's your point?
Yeah, it's a good fair trade-off, man. You don't have the
Yeah,
eyesore,
that was a
and I
hand.
got something I can
That was a
use.
handshake. That was a handshake. It has no bearing on the bill.
Hell yeah.
That's
There's
what I
been
was
many a
telling you.
times
'Cause
where I
I've
go
had
into
that
a,
happen.
there's been many a times I go into a house and it's a high-end house and they're ripping everything out and starting anew because it's their house and they want it to be theirs. They don't want to come into somebody else's shit, you know? So I go in there and I clean up everything and I take it all out. Next thing you know, I got a yard sale going,
Hmm.
or I got Craigslist selling stuff on there, you know, because I'm going to take it home and clean it up and sell it. Make a little money on it. If I can't make money on it, then I'll use it for my place, you know?
Garage cabinets. But I love tear out for like garage cabinets and shit like that. It's all that bill right there, man, made that story I was telling. Uh, uh, Prometheus soil, all the works. When it came time to move in, all the years of being a contractor and picking up little bits and pieces. Oh, they done, yeah, that's still good. I can load that up in the truck. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, those materials are still good. Oh man, when
Yeah.
it came time to move, oh, I had so much shit that had to be getting right off. So much shit that went in storage. And like I was telling him, every load every load from house to house was 250 miles.
Dang.
250 miles. I had 3 barns and a 3,200 square foot house with a basement, not including the basement of shit that had to be moved and downsized.
And who
And
was
it
helping
was
you?
like, oh, me, I did most of the moving by myself, me and the kids, to be honest with you.
That's what I was thinking, man. That is brutal, man.
Oh, it got down to like things that were like immovable. You know what I mean for
Right.
me? And then I had like that one buddy day. Come on, man! I'll pay for your gas, man. Come on up north and chicks. Nobody, who in the fuck right mind wants to spend, 6 hours round trip to help a buddy move one load? You know what I mean? And that's packing up your truck too. By the way, if you're helping move, now we're loading your truck too. We ain't wasting the trip. Oh man, it was a long move. That's
You
why
know
I was
that.
saying to him, man, if I move back down here, it's gonna be a living estate sale. I'm not doing that shit again, man. Everything's for sale. Everything's for sale. I'll start over down there before I fucking move all the shit back down there. Uh-uh.
That's crazy. Yeah. When I moved from Pennsylvania out here to Nevada, man, I'll tell you what. I put 3/4 of my house into a consignment shop and left it in Pennsylvania for them to sell it while I moved. And I took all my tools, I took my clothes, my some personal items, and that was about it, you know. And I drove cross country, but man, I tell you, I did not get very much for my stuff. That consignment shop took advantage of me, man. I think they got 60% of everything that they had. I had a I had a boat, a motor, all kinds of equipment that I had that I just couldn't bring with me, man. I just didn't have the room. Going across country driving, man, I'll tell you what, that was fun. I fished all the way across the United States.
Mhm.
Every little tributary I came across, I'd slow down and pull over, get a license in the state and start fishing. That was good.
Sounds like fun.
It was a blast. I mean, I loved it. Yeah. I wouldn't give up that for anything. Just that the move was horrible, but the fishing part of it was outstanding. Being able to hit a creek or a stream or a puddle you'd never even seen before, and try it out. That's exciting to me.
You'd love it here. You would love it where I'm at. I'm
Oh, I'm sure.
literally, let's see here, not even 10 minutes from at least 5 different lakes and a major river.
Yeah.
Where I'm at right now. Seriously, I'm surrounded
I
by
love
water. Where
I love river fishing. I love to drift fish. I just, there's just something about that. Reading
I'm
the
probably like 1,100, 1,200 feet from Lake Michigan right now. Right near the beach.
water.
but what's the fishing like from the shore?
Oh, nothing,
See?
nothing. You don't want nothing there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The second to best place there is a quarry that we have that hit struck water, that they have a whole bunch of, like rainbow trout that they introduced in. That's like the easiest place to fish. And then it progressively gets more in there. There's nothing locally that I would get any bit excited about. But if you want to go up north, and especially if you want to go ice fishing, then like walleye and muskie and northern fishing and all that kind of stuff, that's good. That's a bucket list thing to do, is on the lake, but ice fishing. That's when you want to take advantage of lake
Yeah, I just
fishing.
can't get enough of fishing when it comes to that. It's just
Mhm.
absolutely.
I owe my
I think
baby
it's
some.
it's kind of grounding. What'd you say?
Owe my baby girl some. I owe my baby girl some fishing time.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, honest with you. I do. I do. Courtney, Koo is her nickname. Koo. I've always called her since birth. Uh, I used to, the other two, man, I took fishing almost every weekend. And then life, for one reason or another, threw us a curveball. And we didn't do, I haven't yet to, like, the whole time, it's been that long. Holy shit, it's been that long. Probably
How long's
17
it been?
years since I've, 17 years.
Oh my
17
God,
years
man.
since I've been fishing. That's for
Yeah,
real. Since I've thrown a pole in the water, 17 years. And
Wow.
I've got a
man,
whole shitload
you
of them.
have not broke any necks, ripped any lips, or drowned in any worms for 17 years.
Hey,
Man,
Nope.
Johnny, I
Sad,
got a
huh?
good one for you. I caught this was like oh shit, like 11 years ago or something now. I caught a sheep's head, a freshwater drum in the Wisconsin River, not knowing what it was and how like significant that is that long ago. It had to have been
now is a
like,
sheep? Isn't that the one that has actual teeth that look like
yeah,
people teeth?
human
Yes.
teeth, like big old buck teeth.
Yes. Yes.
And that
They
dude,
are
when I,
Fish
one
has
of the
them.
weirdest looking fish I've ever seen. I caught one of those.
yeah, when I caught that, I didn't know that I should have like reported that, because that was like one of the very first.
It
It would have been,
smiled at me.
yeah, that would have been the very first time like I got one of those fish out of those waters. They're all over now. Like in the
What?
last 10 years, they proliferated like every bit of freshwater stream and lake and all that stuff.
Yeah, those used to be fish that you could only catch in
Seawater.
like Asia
Yeah.
as well. Asia. Yeah.
They're supposedly
Um,
they're good eating too. I don't know about that. I
do you
think that
guys have
preference
eels?
wise. Eagles?
No, eels.
Oh, eels. I was gonna say they said eagles. I'm like, hell yeah, we just saw one not long ago. There's tons of
Yeah, we got
eels
one on the show. Yeah.
fucking place. Eels, no, I don't know if we've ever seen. It blew my mind that we had river clams.
What?
Same thing, the same place that I caught that that sheep's head.
You
There's
got
like
river clams,
clams.
freshwater river clams? That's a
Mhm.
trip.
Yeah.
I caught an
Funny
eel.
you bring that
Go ahead,
sheep
Eagle.
set there.
Hmm.
I've caught one in the Gulf of Mexico fishing one time. And that very same smile creeped me out, man. I pulled that shit out of the water and I was like, what the fuck is that? Hell, I remember looking at my dad and going, that shit ain't right there, man. This thing could bite the fuck
It's
out of me,
weird,
man.
dude.
Like I
It's
would bite me.
it looks like a fish somehow, like there was like a false teeth pollution in the ocean, and somehow fish got false human teeth stuck in their little fish lips. That's how creepy it
So
looks.
weird. So weird. Yes. I was fishing off of the Susquehanna River.
Oh, Susquehanna.
Yeah.
Don't
And
don't come up to Joey Diaz coming up to him with that Susquehanna weed. You
all
need
right
the
now
real deal shit.
all right now. I was fishing on Eagle Creek. All right. That's what I was fishing on. Eagle Creek.
Sounds
You
like
can't mess that up. So I go up this creek and I get up to just past one of the first bridges. What's up? What's up, Jack Greenstock? What's up, brother? And and there's this one pool. It's a really cool looking pool, and it just looked like a great place to fish. And I found out once I started fishing in there that that was actually a swimming hole, and they didn't really allow people to fish in there that much, you know, because it's a swimming hole. And so I'm fishing in there, and man, I think for sure I hooked into the log, man, and I can't get it to release or anything. It's just like it almost feels like it's pulling back, but it's just like it's holding, you know. So I thought I had a hold of the log. So I started to reel, and I did the you know, started pulling it straight back. I held a hold of the string so it'd be really taut. And the next thing you know, down at the bottom of the pool, it started getting all mucky and muddy and just swirly, you know. And what the heck, man? And then I got it, and it started reeling, you know, and it was fighting back, man. I'll tell you what, those eels, they can fight. It's amazing what kind of a fight it was. And when it came up, it had serious, sharp teeth on this thing. It was almost like a lime forest green kind of a combination going down it, you know. And it was just wicked looking. I just took my hook. I took the string and I just cut it off. I said, "You're on your own. You're gonna eat that hook. It'll dissolve someday." You know, there's no way. There's no way I was gonna try to get that out of that thing's mouth, man. It looked like it would tear the shit out. You know, you're on
Mr.
mute.
Greenstuff.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Cheers to y'all. Good to be back. Home from the
Good to
honeymoon.
have you back.
I know it. That's what I was gonna say. When I seen you pop on, you're showing your extracts. I reached over and turned on my email there. So
Gonna
go
join
ahead,
him.
get your dab in. Yeah, I'm gonna, but I want him to go first. I want him to get that good hit in. So while I'm dabbing and listen to his awesome honeymoon slash first year anniversary tales. I want to know.
Oh,
I want to hear all
oh,
about it, brother. I want to hear all about it. So
nice.
get your dab in first, though. Get the dab in first.
Cheers to y'all.
Congratulations on the first year of being married.
That's an accomplishment. Oh, so
Thank you, sir. Both of you.
What's it like being married to a hand model? Sorry, man. I didn't want to mess up your hit. Sorry about that.
Johnny, you're gonna instigate something I'll regret saying.
Oh, shoot.
Are you referring to Jack's abs at Jack's hands when he was showing this material? Oh, Sorry, that's awesome. I thought you were referring to the way Jack was showing us a sample of dabs.
Oh, no,
there.
no, no. No, that's his wife's hand right there holding that nug on the front of the bottle or on the front of this book. So, impressive, right? I'm just, Jack, you're married to a hand model. That's an awesome thing. I think that's beautiful.
Definitely a talented photographer as well. She takes better bud shots than I do most of the time. God love Lady Greenstock.
That's an awesome thing, man.
Just smoking on some concentrate I got from Dr. Green Thumb Slimar, which is Cypress Hill Be Real's first dispensary. That was outside of LA area. Blanking on the name of the strain that I just dabbed. It was tasty. I'm gonna be dabbing until 420. I just got the dab tray out. Don't even have the vaporizer heated up for the flower, so figured it's all y'all on. Come take some dabs with you all.
So, expound.
I guess you just talking about the honeymoon or the wedding?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. Do you have a good time, man? Do you guys enjoy yourself?
I had a great time. I would say best week of my life, but it was like 10 days. So, damn, I starting with the 420 episode. I remember jumping on here before our leaving for our honeymoon, and it was. I mean, we did a little ceremony that got canceled last year because of the pandemic. So my family from Ohio flew out. Her family from Arizona came out. We got a house on the beach here. We rented like an Airbnb for 4 days. Basically had a big party for like Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we had the actual ceremony in the afternoon, which was awesome. Everyone was wearing white except for she wore blue and I wore blue. So it was a little bit non-traditional. And
Is there a significance of that?
not
The blue?
particularly.
Jack just does everything a little bit differently. That's all. It's cool.
Pretty much. It was
Appreciate
we didn't
that.
want to do a traditional
What color blue?
in any sense. I was in like a velvet dark blue, I guess, like a royal
Okay.
blue, and hers was like a little bit lighter. So
Nice.
it looked nice with
A nice
everybody else in the
accent
white.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was small. There was like 40 or less people, 35 chairs, and there was a few extra people on top of that, some plus ones, but mostly family and real close family friends. So it was a great time. Couldn't have asked. Honestly, it went so smoothly. Like no one got sick, hurt, or whatever. So that's always a good thing.
That's a
it does that.
blessing
Yeah,
because somebody always gets hurt.
it was cool. We first day we started our road trip. Actually, we took a day to recover. To be honest, we were going to do a road trip on Monday. I think we ended up leaving on Tuesday. We went to what's called the Madonna Inn. It's a hotel out here in San Luis Obispo, or SLO as they call it, SLO. And it's a really old school hotel, but every single room is different. So like we stayed in the Traveler's Yacht. I'll go get the little postcard. I'll be right back. But
That's a beautiful area down there, San Luis Obispo.
it really
I
is.
love, yeah, the location is so hilly and just secluded looking, kind of. It's just an excellent. I remodeled a house down there.
So this was the room we stayed in. It was called the Traveler's Yacht. It's like a nautical
Nice.
themed room, but the bathroom was really nice as well. It doesn't show up on the postcard, but they had like, I don't know, all sorts of like sand dollars and sea stars and all sorts of shit on like the tile and these like little metal plaques. And it was quirky. It's like a one-of-one place. And we found out that it's actually a supercharging station because as we're driving up the coast in the Tesla, we had to charge a couple times before we got to San Luis Obispo from northern San Diego. And I was like looking at the map and it shows you all the stations you have to stop at and then your final destination. And it was going to get me there with like only 8% battery, which is relatively low. They usually want to get you there with like 20 to 30%. But then my wife looked at the thing and she's like, oh, the hotel is actually a supercharger. So
Oh,
it
that's
worked
why
out.
it didn't matter. Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Can I ask,
Because
do you have a Tesla Y by chance?
No, we have a S, Model S.
Okay. The Y is the one that caught my attention.
Yeah, I mean, I own stock, so I'm a big advocate for anybody to get any one of them. But the S is the one that really caught my attention. My dad and I test drove one in 2013.
Okay, so I'm gonna help you with the stock share thing. See how help how much good you can, good PR you can do. Could a blind person like me get by with autopilot at the way it is now? I mean, it's constantly getting better, always, right? But could a blind person be like 95% reliant on it? Basically, the only driving they're doing is pulling out of the driveway.
So that they have two different things. They have like what's called full self-driving or FSD. So there's the full self-driving, which is in beta, and that you can just put in an address like from your driveway, type in the address, and it drives you there. 100% none. I have I have a 2014. They just had what's called they call it autopilot, but that was their first version, which basically just has sensors that read the lane lines and then a camera that reads the car in front of you. So it's like an adaptive cruise control that also steers. And the one that I have, I use it for 80 to 90% of the trip, all the way up to Mendocino, where I saw Sungrown 707. Got to smoke some with him. Cheers to Sungrown, and thank you for the seeds, by the way, if you watch this. But
so
as
it can
far
even
as
take those hilly Californian roads too.
It can. Some downhills, it might lose the sensor, so it'll like beep at you if it loses control to like take back control, and you're supposed to keep a hand on the wheel. And every 30 seconds or so, if you take your hands off the wheel, it'll say like adjust the wheel to continue autopilot, or else it'll like turn the autopilot off because it thinks you fell asleep or aren't paying attention. But the one thing I was gonna say, if you're blind and you don't have a legal license, at least for right now, they won't allow you to get it onto the road. So like if you have a license, they'll do 80 to 90% of the driving if you can get it out to whatever part of the road you need to be on.
My whole thing is, technically, could I pass a eye test and a road test to get my license? Yeah, technically I could. Am I someone that wants to drive all the time? Because that's something I feel totally confident in doing. No, because driving down the road that I live on is totally fine, but driving on and off the interstate and other shit like that, and large cities. I don't live in a really big city. I live in a medium-sized city. So moving from where I do, or where I'm at now, when I moved to Denver or Colorado, that's completely different. I wouldn't be able to drive on the roads being with the same level of confidence as I do just driving around the neighborhood right now. So with that technically thing, yeah, I could do that. I could technically have a license issued. So I just want to know is the technology there, or at least progressing to the point where it's taking care of everything I don't feel confident with? On 6 lanes of traffic, traveling 65 miles an hour, being able to pay attention and not just what you're doing, but everyone else is doing and all that kind of bullshit.
I think it's honestly probably better than most drivers. They have 8 cameras. We only have 2 eyes, and they have a supercomputer that, although right now I would say is not quite as good as a human driver just yet. It's getting better every single mile.
But
I drive.
It's
but
not
I would say
right now. You can't make it as good as like your average or maybe a little above average driver, but you could make that. A Tesla can drive better than right now I can drive.
It's better than 50% of average drivers.
Right.
It'll immediately, if they released it today, it would cut death in half, is their estimation, if not a little bit more, from driving accidents. At least in their drivers. Their cars are already the safest on the road. And like even with their autopilot, not even like the full self-driving, they have the lowest incidence of crash based on like the number of miles driven. So they're definitely safe cars. I don't want to be like a big sellout. They're fun cars to drive. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but you can get used ones for like under 30 grand. And the Model 3 starts at like 35. And financing that is in a lot of people's price range. It's like a new Prius or something. So
yeah,
I just got some Donnie Burger concentrate from a Boardwalk Extracts. Cheers to them. It is some fire. I'm gonna dab that up right now. I
watched it
got some.
literally just yesterday.
I got a
Parts of
Donnie
it.
Burger female that I'm going to run next to Amy Aces. I have a few females from the American one, so I'm going to pick the best female, Amy Aces, and one of 2 or 3 female Donnie Burgers.
You got a Donnie Burger male?
I
That
do,
what
but
you
I'm
said?
not using it. I do. I'm not using it though.
Okay.
Are
So
there,
how are those beans doing, Eagle? The
Columbia?
Colombians, yeah. Couldn't even remember what the heck it was.
Pretty good.
Look at those babies. Yeah. They look right. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they look good, man. Yeah. Um,
Good, looking good. Things are moving forward on that front. Oh, y'all. I'm looking forward to hopefully some pine turks. You say,
yeah.
did you hear when he was on 420 as well? That was one of the lines he was interested in working again, tightening up a little bit.
What, the
For
Colombian?
pine clear. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, they contacted me the next day. I of course went through and thanked a lot of people that popped on there, and oh, got thrown off. I just wrote chat there. Damn it! What the fuck was I talking about? That totally sidelined me
Colombians,
there.
the
420.
Joel and Bart
And
stuff
Jen and
hit you up
Joel.
the next
Jen
day.
and Joel, yes, they hit me back up, and I, you know, told them I was sorry for the internet problems I was having when they were on, and
So you weren't the
they
only one
said
having
that
problems?
they were willing to come back on. Oh no, I got kicked off while they were on. Man, I was having horrible problems,
Man, I lost
and
my
then
internet for 4 hours.
so they said
4
they were
hours
willing to
and
come
20
back,
minutes.
and then they hit me back up, and they said, "Would you like to do an episode?" Well, I'm not even going to divulge who it was yet. Would you like to do an episode with Joel and mystery guest?
Oh, cool.
And I said,
Just
"Fuck yeah,
Are
fuck
you
yeah!"
kidding
Was my
me?
answer. I was like, "Uh, it's like, of course, of course." So there is most definitely a good episode coming with myself and Joel and somebody else. Dun dun
are
dun.
you so you're
And I'm
mystery
really,
guessing us. You
really
know who it
smiling
is.
about getting on the show.
They didn't propose they didn't say that to you. They're like, hey,
Oh
me
yeah, I
and
know who it
mystery
is.
guest. Okay. See, now I thought if it was a double
No, no,
surprise,
no,
if it
no,
was
no.
surprise for us and surprise for you too, I would have been like, oh, now I'm really intrigued.
So yeah,
Um,
no, no. I know who it is. I know who it is. I've reached out to him uh, several times, and because of the way the weed nerd community was there, things were a little crazy. So, and I don't blame him. I didn't blame him. He stayed silent for quite some time. And I am very much looking forward to probably be one of the first people to publicly talk to him and since. So, mm, it'd be, it's going to be an honor, first and foremost. Yeah, truthful. It'd be, it's
I'm
going to
not
be a
even
good
gonna throw
episode.
out a guess because I want to leave it a total mystery.
Yeah, don't. My facial reactions are shitty. I'm tired. I'm terrible at hiding the truth, to be honest. But
Mhm.
don't throw it out there, please. Don't.
Nope.
so Miranda Family Farms went to a show down in Arizona called the Earl Cup. And while he was down there, he went down and visited Dabby, Subcool's dog, and got some pics with him. That's pretty fucking badass, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
I
really
thought
cool.
that was cool.
That's really
Yeah. So you got some pics with Dabby the dog.
It was
Ah,
nice to see Toke and Subcool's the memory episode. Like Miss Jill still had Toke and he was
I got to meet
very
both
well.
those dogs. That's
Did
cool.
you really?
Yeah, that had been cool.
Mhm.
Nice. So you met Dabby then, huh? And Tote?
If it's the same Dabby, I'm pretty sure that would have just been a little puppy then. So
Only one day.
Well, it was chocolate brown looking, kind of
yeah,
golden, kind of
fawn
beautiful looking dog.
colored-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
look like, like it was, like milk chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that.
I,
You know?
I 100% know I met Toke, but I did
Yeah.
meet another dog named Dabby there. Just not sure if it's the same one. Has to be, right?
It looked like it might have had some sort of a Labrador kind of a mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what I thought I was seeing. Some lab.
yeah. But I don't think it's a full bred. I didn't ask him what breed it was or anything. Good looking dog though. Looked very healthy. Looked happy. Swear to God, it looked like it was smiling.
Mm-hmm.
It did. It looked like it was smiling when those Miranda Family Farm, both his brothers, him and his brother were on either side of it. It was good. Good picture. Good picture.
Smiling over there. I can't believe we lost Jack. Jack, what happened?
Did
So
we lose him?
I believe it was Keith and I can't remember the second part. I'm terrible about names sometimes. Getting worse without more and more people at me. Keith and something was bringing it to our attention in the last show about Stony Baker MD having that stroke, being in
Oh
a
yeah.
coma currently.
Oh,
We gotta send some prayers out to that. Man.
Jack just sent a
It's
note.
always
Sorry,
sucks to
that
hear stuff.
caught me off guard.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it too.
I'm laughing through that part. That was
Yeah.
horrible. Yeah, keep us posted. You know, never like to hear
Who's
anybody.
Keith?
As a matter of fact, I got a hold of Giant Mike the other day, and he on June 8th he will be going to a preliminary court hearing, which is going to be deciding a lot of what's going on with the rest of his life. Kind of shit. So I asked him if it'd be okay if I mentioned it on the Gromies to let everybody know to send him good vibes and prayers. And he said, man, I can use all I can get. So now I'm saying it, you know, Big Mike needs he needs some prayers. He needs some good vibes. You want to send it his way, he can use that as well. I mean, and we haven't seen him
We
for
all
a
need
bit
some.
because he's going through some shit. Yeah. Have you heard from Farmer Willie lately? When are we gonna get that guy back, man? He's fun.
I think it's going well with him too. Yeah, he was going through. Last I checked with him, his dad
He
was
was doing a big move.
going through quite a bit. And I do need to check on that cat right there. He's a great guy. Great beautiful life.
Yeah, I always poke out to people and see what people are up to, just to see, especially the ones we haven't seen for a minute.
Very much looking forward to the organics takeover Wednesday.
Oh, do we know who it is yet?
Brandon Ross, Daniel. Brandon Ross.
Is it Brandon Russ? I think I remember him saying something like that.
It is. I
That'll
just
be
saw
good.
Smiley post.
Yeah, Brandon did
That's
a
gonna be
post
an
the other
early
day.
one. That's gonna be an early one, 7:30, I believe.
7:30. So that'll be, man, that'll be 4:30 over here.
Yeah, something like that. It'll be early.
Wow.
And the last organics takeover killed it, man. He did they did a great job. All around. All around though.
So you think Brandon will go to the 420?
I think that'd make it
Yeah,
a 12-hour show.
That'd be a long one.
7:30 to 4:30. That would be a long one,
Organics take over 24-hour special.
right?
Smiley, step it up. You're the one who threw out the 24-hour idea first, so you got to do one someday.
Uh-oh. That's
They're tough.
invitation right there, it sounds like.
That's a tough day to do right there. That 24 hours. Just hanging and smoking. Tough. Shit, Prometheus Oil said he was on hour 23 tonight before he checked out, man. That's a fucking long day.
That looks good. Couldn't really read the top. It was a little bit out of focus.
It's creme de canna grape ape. I couldn't really get it in focus, and it's also just not the easiest to read. But
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of grape ape. Ever since the Brett Bog episode, where he talked about how grape ape is potentially the same plant as purple Urkel, which is potentially the same plant as GDP. I've kind of wondered about it. Just like, is that the case? Because if you look at them grow and smell them and smoke them, they're all pretty similar plants. They're all in that old family purple.
Could have been sisters.
Maybe S1s of each other,
You
but
know-
honestly, like I think they might be the same exact cut as he implied in his story. Renamed for business purposes. Go ahead, Eagle. Sorry.
It would be nice to have some like Phylos kind of mapping, but man, after the Phylos experience, there we go, third time's a charm.
It was an experiment.
I'm kind of worried about something like that, losing all the rights to your genetics, as you pass them over.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever trust a genetics company again in our industry, but honestly, the problem with
It'd be nice
Phylos
to
is
see what we got though, and trace it back. You know what I mean? Get a
here's
good.
the problem. Unless you have like India where they've preserved like the 1,000+ land races, you got a bunch of assholes sending in shit saying it's OG Kush because somebody gave it to them as OG Kush. So what's the provenance? Whose OG Kush do we take as the real OG Kush?
That's
so then you
true.
got a bunch
There's
of people
deception
comparing their
involved in
stuff,
that.
saying, "Oh yeah, I've got Blue Dream," but it's like that's Blue Dream cross. Or
just because I'm in a social setting now and I haven't brought it up to people that may have heard the same thing. What, does anyone know more about the whole thing? That I mean, most of us probably, the research that we know, and then the roads that leads down when we found out about OG and where it came from. People proposed to bring in from Florida, and then lately I've heard, and that happened in the 90s, and then lately I've heard that there's people in Hawaii that claim to have bred it and sent it to Florida in the 80s. Anyone?
nah. The Hawaii story is BS, if you ask me. I think that the OG
You've at least
Kush
heard
story.
it, right?
I mean,
You've
I've heard a lot
people
of stories.
claim it, right?
I've heard a lot of stories about OG.
But in the
Most of them don't make any
in the
sense.
last couple of years, though, I mean, like since the people that claim to have brought it from Florida, you've heard people try to push it back, predate that, and say like, oh, all that crippy you were smoking was being fucking vacuum sealed.
Crippy is not OG, though. That's
Well,
the thing.
what they say is the Florida people say they got the bag seed in crippy. The Hawaii people say that they were getting vacuum sealed packs from Hawaii.
The actual story is Matt Berger, a guy in Florida. He had a plant that was called Emerald Triangle. That is the unknown strain that got hermied onto by a Hindu Kush from Sensi Seeds. That strain, they popped a bunch of those seeds, became known as Triangle Kush and OG Kush. Those are sister plants. They took clones, Matt Berger and his crew, somebody, I don't know who did the flight, in a backpack from Florida to LA in the 90s. That is where the guy, Josh D, who goes by the real Josh D OG, and the true OG Kush story or whatever on Instagram, he started growing it in the 90s. They have photos, videos, all that good stuff. And
when did they start calling it OG? That was post California though, right? They didn't call it OG Kush in Florida, right?
Yeah, so I actually think that it may have been a California. The OG name came in California.
Because this happens in a time where you can look up search term analytics, and people weren't searching anything like there's not anything predating, I don't think, 2005 with the search term results OG Kush. So no one was like looking for a weed called OG Kush pre 2005 on the internet. So it seems. So that weed.
I think that's when Google began, was in 2005, or I could be wrong about that, or that's when they started saving the analytics data.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people weren't Googling OG Kush, but they were smoking it. There's, Polaroid photos of it in grow rooms. So it was definitely a plant.
Labels though. Plant labels.
There's like full rooms of it. Like it's just been the OG since the 90s.
They didn't invent the term OG Kush, though, is what I'm saying. That got post tagged.
I can't confirm if they called it OG Kush first or if somebody else called it OG Kush first, but people who actually popped the genetics and brought them to California from Florida are known. That's a known crew of people. It's traceable. There is a provenance. They have photos. They have the strain lineage actually explained. Not saying it's like Girl Scout cookies and Durban poison or whatever the fuck people want to claim. It definitely, to me, they have the most proof and provenance to the OG Kush. But it is about to be 420, so get your dabs fucking ready, y'all, because we're 1 minute away.
I had East Coast people show me photo albums and Polaroids. People that moved to where I'm at from the East Coast, and then they heard that I was a grower, and they got excited, and they whipped out their old Polaroids. And
420.
They had a whole like dedicated photo albums, the way we have Instagrams now. This guy had all his documented shit in physical photos.
All right, we gotta get to proper dab song.
There we go.
420.
So I know when I was a youth, when I was still in my teens in high school and in the 80s, early 80s. Latter, yeah, it was early 80s. I remember seeing the High Times and the pictures in the High Times books. And those buds that I seen in there looked nothing. And I mean nothing like anything that I was smoking. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that shit in there, I just thought that was just exotic foreign weed that I would never even ever be able to smoke.
So I got another OG question. With all that genomic testing, did the people that started with OG, did they ever have to get it back from someone? And now is that lost in like cut, and lost in the cut world? Or has one of those people in those crew been able to hold that cut that long to where now they can test that along with all the other cuts that people believe they have OG Kush? And then wasn't that the
That
point
is
of
the case.
Philos?
That is the case. So I mean, in that case, if you had OG, you could have the plant that's related to them because they claim to have never lost it and held it the whole entire time. So
So does that follow
they
true to
regenerated
the
it with
whole-
tissue culture.
Does that do you follow that whole narrative to the Oregon Kid and Ghost OG? Ghost OG,
That's
the
just
first,
OG Kush
right? But I'm
breeding.
well, but most of the people didn't get their OG Kush strains from Josh D back in the day. It proliferated through Oregon Kid and Ghost OG, right? That's where.
So
Yeah, that's what Smiley grows, and I had Smiley sample, and I'll tell you, it's just OG Kush. It grows like it smokes like it, smells like it, tastes like it. And the Oregon Kid, like you said, he's come out since and said, yeah, it's just OG Kush. He had to call it something
Well, I
different.
know.
Both the time.
Well, what I'm saying is though, but like, is there another strain that somehow got mistagged OG Kush, or does everyone with OG Kush literally have OG Kush because it's so well, whatever, trackable, that everyone knows who they got their clone from, and it turns out that guy actually got the clone from the right guy, and you know.
Here's the motherfucker of it all is OG Kush is really just a name because your terpene profile is a phenotypic expression, which is a regional fingerprint, which will vary from my house here in San Diego to my buddy's house here in San Diego, even if we grow the exact same cut. You can get it pretty close in the same city. But as we found out when Eagle grew the J1, a completely different plant. And as the grow off has shown many times, they send 15 growers the same exact cut. They get 15 different terpene results, 15 different THC and CBD results. So OG Kush was really only like OG Kush when it was grown and cultivated by them. Other people have their expressions, even though it's the clone. Out here in California, there's tons of OG. Most of it's bag seeds. People got a lot of, if you just listen to the lineage, they came from the Emerald Triangle crossed with the Hindu Kush Hermes. So like begets like, lots of the offspring had Hermes as well. So they definitely know the genetic lineage of it. It's being run commercially in California. Josh D has a giant greenhouse in Santa Cruz, growing tons of it. But
so what does the OG stand for?
Oh, not the Olive Garden.
not ocean grown, I'll tell you that. Original gangster usually is what people use as OG on the West Coast. So I think like OG has taken on its own moniker.
I thought it meant
industry.
something besides original gangster.
Like ocean grown.
Yeah, there
but I
was
said it's
somebody.
not
Yeah,
ocean grown.
yeah.
Ocean
Somebody was
grown
telling
is
the story
I think
on the
it got
show the other
taken
day.
over.
Told this
Yeah.
opposite story that it was ocean grown.
So I,
I remember hearing that.
there's a
I know
whole
that's-
bunch of ways to tie
if
that.
you go
Now
down the
it's
rabbit
like-
hole, that one's not the right. There's enough pokeable holes in those stories.
I always thought the OG years, but this is we're talking about rabbit hole, and that's not right. And it's only the way that this person says it's right because they're the one that has the truth, and everyone else is bullshit because they weren't the ones that experienced it and really had it and weren't doing the things with it, and no one else had that. And blah 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 blah. The way I heard of it is because the whole distribution of it and where it came from was the overgrow or overgrown thing. That's where the OG came from, is just the kush that you got from someone on overgrown.
Sure, it wasn't Oregon grown? I mean, come on now. Oklahoma grown?
It's like Mac. People misinterpret what Mac means. People misinterpret what GMO means. People say it's garlic, mushroom, onion. It's just fucking not. The guy who found it is Skunk Master Flex. GMO does not stand for garlic, mushroom, onion. A lot of people think that it does. You can believe false lineages or incorrect stories, but in the case like ChemDog, the guy exists. He's a real person. He popped the seed. Like he has documented proof of it. Same with the OG Kush stories. Like you can believe Barney's Farm saying they have OG Kush. or you could believe the guy who actually popped the seed. Like, do the research. There are a lot of bullshit stories out there, unfortunately, and I get that there's like a lot of illegality, so it's hard to prove. You have to take a lot of time to do the research, and I know that you have, Red Pill. So I'm not talking to you, just the listeners out there and the people. But OG's lineage is well known, and go ahead.
I started off with I have, you know, this is the thing where like you don't like take this down and like that. I'm not like writing this into a Bible, so to say, but I have heard people. Now this mean maybe they totally disregarded everything that we just talked about and like the lineage and history that you just put out there. But I definitely heard people claim that they're from Hawaii. They're like a surf gangster. Like there's an underground network of surfing gangsters out there, and they hold down the OG Kush trade, and they bred it in the 80s and blibbity blobbity blue. I know you heard the same thing. You know what I'm talking about.
I heard some people on the Adam Dunn show trying to say they made Crippy, and that Crippy was from Hawaii, but never OG Kush directly. They'd say that it was related to Crippy, but maybe they're calling the Emerald Triangle Crippy because there was Crippy coming from Seattle with those. I mean, rumors on rumors, and a lot of people unfortunately make things up.
Where I heard this, and it's someone we talked about guests, future prospects that we want to see on Eagles show. Someone I want to get on there. He's an aquaponic grower, but he in a small network, in a small world thing, his I think uncle-in-law or uncle-in-law is his aunt's husband turned out to be another character that I found out through the Adam Dunn show, who was doing the underground grows in California. You ever hear Frank Gigax?
Yeah, Frank Gigax.
Episodes? You ever watch those?
I
True
have.
story of OG Kush, Adam Dunn shows.
Yeah, a lot of people come on with a lot of claims. It's like the cat piss. Like the one dude came on from San Diego and he told his story, but like OG Kush is regional and traceable, just like Piff is regional and traceable to Washington Heights. It's also called Washington Heights Haze for a while. There are like Cuban Black Haze, regional, traceable. The Cubans in Miami, like there's definitely lineages that have traceable. There's like people, boots on the ground, live human beings that are here still today that still have the cuts in many cases. And like in some cases, like cat piss, like he told his story of cat piss, but there's lots of cat pisses out there. It's not just one strain, but like OG Kush is a specific strain, specific cross. The Frank Gigax story is really interesting because he thinks that OG is related to stuff that he was growing, which I think is entirely possible because Frank was growing stuff from Sensi seeds, which was the best stuff at the time. And so crosses of it,
I think
or
it
something
was
related
like
to it.
A hash plant, maybe crossed something to a Thai, and then that crossed something to a Mexican. It's like a hash plant Thai Mexican. Unpurposely made because supposedly, you know, they weren't breeding. Frank Gigax wasn't breeding any seeds that came out of the weed. It was entirely incidental, right? They were just growing the best seed that they got that came out of the last imported batches that they got. So that could have been Colombian, Mexican, Thai.
Well, he talked exclusively about buying stuff from Neville's seed bank, Northern Lights 5, Skunk number 1.
Well, that's how we transitioned into indoor growing, was the importation realm, and then starting up indoor growing.
But he talked about when he was doing it in the bunkers, it was a combination of those Sensi seeds catalogs. He's done a few different interviews, and his daughter has also come on and talked a little bit. But those genetics in that era came from one of two places, if they weren't landrace or, like you said, imported. If you bought it from a seed catalog, it was either Sensi Seeds, which was formerly called just the Seed Bank of Holland, and the other one was SSSC, the Super Sativa Seed Club, which is still being run by the son, Keys, Kees, who is the son of the guy who started that. But yeah, Frank got his seeds. He from the horse's mouth. You can hear it if you want to go Google Frank GX interview. He'll say the stuff that he got over 20% tested. I think it was 25%, like the first ever 25% THC test when the government couldn't even grow 15% THC plants, was through stuff he got from Sensi Seeds. A mix of, like I said, Northern Lights and other plants that right now I'm blanking on because I've just taken a bunch of dabs in a row. About to take another one of Slurricane. So cheers, everybody.
Hey, Eagle, have you ever tried any of the older style Colombian strains? No?
No, I have not, Joey.
So whenever people are talking about the Colombian Gold and the Columbia Black or the Chocolate Lumbo and stuff like that, you've never, yeah, okay. That had kind of some people said they didn't like that, the Colombian from back in the day. But man, I'll tell you what, man, every one of those strains that I had from Colombia back in when I was in high school, I remember these. I was a freshman in high school when we were having this. And it was kind of prevalent at that point. Really, it was cool because it was the first time that we started actually getting weed that wasn't brickweed. You know what I'm saying? So it was literal buds and stuff. So it really had, I mean, it was like looking at our buds, but they were different.
I've seen some Columbia Gold. I've smoked some Columbia Gold. One week, one hot chick. Kind of see.
Yeah.
It was a memorable week in a convertible. I was smoking that shit. But to actually grow it or whatever, that was the one time I seen it. I was leery as fuck when I seen it.
It was yellow, right?
You. Fuck yeah, it was. And at fucking 17, that's when I fucking come across it. That shit was like, ugh. Honestly, I was like, ugh, what?
Oh man, when I seen the Colombian Gold,
hills, because this shit is like, ugh. It didn't even. It tasted weird from everything we had back then, and it too.
Well, the
I
Colombian
wasn't
Gold that we
impressed,
had,
at least with what she
it
had.
was gorgeous. It smelled absolutely out of this world. I don't remember what it really smelled like, but I remember that it was some of that kind of stuff that you remember. Wow, that's kind of impressive. Kind of like the first time that I smoked and smelled the Panama Red. It was so unique, you know. It was an orangish red kind of a weed. All of it, the leaves, everything it was just amazing looking. It did not look normal. You know what I'm saying, Eagle? When you first time you saw that Columbia Gold, you said, I don't know about that. That didn't look right.
I asked her
Something's
what the
wrong with
fuck you
that
guys.
weed.
I seriously asked her what the fuck you guys smoking up there. I was leery as shit of it. I was like, I was one of. I'm seriously. That's one of them joints. Even in my book today, man, it's one of them smoke joints you like only smoke with a super hot chick. I'm serious, man. If a buddy back then would come rolling with that very same film case full of fucking gold weed, I'd been like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. I wouldn't even have smoked. Straight up, to be honest with you.
Man, I'll tell you, that was it was memorable weed to me. I don't know why, but it was. The Columbia,
Yeah.
when all that was coming through, it was like it came through probably within a 2 to 3 year period, and then it was gone. and I
I
never
hate
seen
when
it
that
again.
happens. That's the fucking worst. That's why I started growing my own. Is a
Yeah.
deadhead OG that happened to me with. Like it was good sleep medicine for me, and I was got like.
But you know,
It's the worst when you lose them. You can make your own
these
seeds.
are seeds from that period.
That's a long time.
Nice.
And I planted 3 seeds in this sand out here to see if I get any reaction because I have no luck doing it the normal way. I've already tried at least 10, 15 seeds and no luck getting these things to germinate at all. So they're part of my experiment.
Be cool if you can get them to pop.
Gentlemen.
I know a little
If this-
gibberellic acid helps. You closing it down, Eagle? Time to get some work done.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I gotta get some garden work, man. I got a super long day tomorrow.
Oh shoot, it is past that time. Okay, right on. All right, Eagle. It was a great show tonight, man.
Thank you. It's nice having you on, Jay. Johnny,
Peace and love.
Red Pill.
Yep.
Thank you
All right,
for
guys.
coming on and sharing some of the honeymoon. I'm looking forward. You didn't even touch really base on the visits with Sungrown 707, kind of briefly, but not really. And you
Aaron the
made
grower,
another
I
stop
spent
as
more time
well.
with.
Yeah. It's been
We
a
got some
fun
social
trip
next
either
time.
way.
Definitely.
Yes, that's the best way to look at it right there.
Best week ever. Well, it's been good seeing you guys as always. Peace and love.
Congrats, Jack.
Catch y'all
Yeah,
on the next
awesome.
one. Thanks for having me.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool, brother.
Eagle. Awesome as always. Excellent. Great great guest tonight. Prometheus was fantastic. Really enjoyed him. That was an eye-opening kind of a thing. I did not even know that he was about that. That's cool. So that's something I really respect that for. And Red Pill, always
Yep.
good having conversations with you.
Yep,
Everybody
you
in
too,
chat,
John.
I'll jump in and say hey in a second. See you guys
Yep.
later, Eagle.
See you, Johnny. Thank you, Eagle.
Yeah, thank
Another
you.
good night in the wormhole. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Have a
Peace
good
out,
one.
Eagle.
Look forward to it, brother.
Yep. Thank you.
Have a good Monday.
You too.
That is it, guys. 381.5. It is time to smoke this fat joint. This is not fat joint. It's a joint. It's not fat joint. I need to get to the shout outs right quick so I can put that mop bucket to use and mop out that there tent, wipe down them walls, wipe down them lights, put these girls, right there behind me in yay tent, get that flower process started so I can get these 3 gals in pots just like those and keep this perpetual harvest growing because I love to grow cannabis. Hi, I'm Eagle and I love to grow cannabis. Love you guys. Well, let's get this bad mamma jamma going. A little bit of music, see if it would play. Speaker on. A little shaky graves. Roll the bones. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in more than you ever will know. Even had a little surprise tonight. Kind of threw me off when I seen that name in the chat. Cheers. Cheers to you. Sub Cool, Details Dank, Mamba Loft 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG89, Unplugged 705, Medical McCullough, Rick T, The Rebel, the 9G207, Fabian Selena, Safe Not Here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T Dog, Dung Guido, Red Eye Jedi Gross, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duck Weed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Gooder, Songman, Opie Grover 74, Corey Trevor, Michael Wall, Small Vision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco, Don Slug, Rick S. in the Bushes 827, James Siemens, Heaven, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pats Fan 420, Biomentor, Dirt Road Dude. Hopefully you guys got your shirts. Canna Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzz, Lightyear, Acetone, 710 Canuck, Canna Queen Genetics, Abby Tanaze, Fundor Dirtman, Dan Keith of Black Sales, Mr. Basila, Zen, Primo Gardens, Rasa Jeff, Soul, Root Small Tube, Tyler, Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T Roy, Big Jar Gross, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John Last, PPG 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Production, Stank Grower, DOA Grown Meds, Miss You Brother, Miss Nudie Grows, I grew some Johnny Can't See, Nutrient Shootouts, Johnny Nicky, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Sumu Mo Grower, Canna Crate, Moloki Grows, Sus, This Guy Burton 7979, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Kelly Connections, Wolverine Grown, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Laid Wayback Farmer, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Edward Lalana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artis LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Dave 420, Brent Window, Big Ed 1961, Matt Wine, G3, Green Click, J and K, Triple G, Mr. Sprinkley, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, BT Crazy 4U, BGWG 420, Dr. Buds World, Purple Thumb OG, Arthur Sense Media, Arthur O, Just Space 420, Beach Coast Grower 420, Sir How Trade for Loan, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420, Sub Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, PTWD, Roast, Mega Screen Puffin Man, Alex Quick Jeff, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Me Off Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13. Good morning, good sir. New Sail Block Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra. Hopefully you're doing so much better, man. Them pictures are horrendous. Michigan Native, Mary Jane's Bed Garden, Streamer 77, Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs, from 619 to 664, Spaniard Kruger, Jones and Grow, Pop G Grows, Raz, Amy Drove, Rose, Rat Cast, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Luna, the Green Man Flag, Jeremiah Miranda, Sony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Diane Mike, hope good luck June 8th from Soil, thank you. Jason Isom, P. Wynn, David Colvin, Mason 662, Scroggy McScroggers, and the Ford, Kaylee, Goddess Grows, Chad Brad Family Farms, Polly P. Bjorg, Eric Henderson, Kevin Jodry, Mike Conto, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Stevenson, Oak, Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Joe Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarge S, Clear Fresno, Happy Guy, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromi's Homeless, Hamilton, Grows, Clip Smoke, Cannon Flag, PA, Big High 710, Eugene Greenleaf, Ace, Drew Hustle, Fred Darn Carlos, North Arizona, Beer Girl, Floor 20, No Sellout, Jesse White, Gosh Dang Yeti, Introvert Genetics, So Jade, Vixen Robin, Killer 8 Mo, James Buttercream, C Dub from NorCal, The Pharmacy Seed Bank, Deadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mahan, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Doors, Antenna Seeds Fab Carries, Kate Mike Rules, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez. Oh, to get up, Subaru, Popco 719, Baker Shape, Baby, Old Small Pot, BWC Grown Buds, Laura Wasp, Miss Weed Bun, Old School Grower, Chad Westport, Hunter Grown, Flora Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Punch It Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum, Gone God, Lori Hanson, Real, 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Connolly, Pimp Jam, Bodie Face, Show Me Sasquatch, Fuck Google and you, I'm Going Will, Canadian Restore, Poor Old Dude, Farmer, Carl Wright, Zephyr, Humble Farms, Tannery Farm, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Hale, 9782, Skunky Palace, Martial Artist, 2012, Micro Slave Hefner, Daniel McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Green Fingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Rancho Coast Punty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Chaplin, Bobby Lynn Means. Where is my mouse? Where's my mouse? Bobby Lynn Means, Trent Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Lake Blown, and Miss Bill S. Weed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty, 2 days. Country Roots, it is. Your Empire Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, Bearded B Man, Farm 616, all up north, back Screaming Ruby. Timothy McKimmons, Neo, Justin Beans, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kinbus 03, Turk Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latina, Gator Country, Mr. Speed, Wolfstein, Firesaw, Wally, Wookie, The Goddess Grows Again, Rasta Bob, The White Feather Grown. Thank you for bopping I need them seeds, brother. Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows, Saints, K-Man Grows, BX Gunner, Smith, Dude, Noobs Grows, Sean McCann, J Monks, Dank Addenda, Wow Wow, Canna Grove, Fall Dog, Huron, Cannabis, Kyle, Listen, Paris Rock Fam, Justice Smith, 420 Bin, Fresh Growth, Thriving Herbs, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grown, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Smart Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaii's Highest, Surf Craft, Micro Goon, Jeff Lowenfeld, Mobius Grows, Dank Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, Foraging Gardner, Overwater Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, Steve's Bags, Drone Star, Shotgun Willie, Dink, Yoda, Jason, it's Sure Bro, Gross, Clackamas, Coo, DJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, Light 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Clackamas 420, Sinky Cola, Still Inside for PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707, J8 Drove, J420, Cascadian Grows, Tito's McGee, Four Plants 8, Weedworks, Captain Scruggs, Skunky Buns, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Tara Lee Live, Magaster Tempe, Annie N, D Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose, 11 Smiles 11, Bindu Buds, Michael Rasta, Plenty, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Grib Green, Cheese Friends Tree, MMJ, Matt S. Save Ball, Dragonfly B, Justin Meds, Travis Walls, Lucky Mike, Eric Ferguson, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan for Blast Coast Seed, Django Gas, Babasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Troicos, Polka King, Raz, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Clods, Ice for Green Jr., Matt Steelberg, Into 11, Stephanie B, Shark Bully 989, Ron Brown, Sovereign Garden, Sonar Nation 420, Joe Y, Bugs 1, 313 Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, The Mid, Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagseed, Dr. DGC, Jeff, Strutter 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skillbo 1, Medgrower 1, Empire Breeding Co., Growly, Lost Leaf, Liam Man, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Holly Noble, CK, Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Drawer, Michigan Core, Double Tap, Mr. Green Thumb 420, 808 Rooting Prospects, the Cannon Bus Driver, 8 in Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grow, T-Ben, TM 42696, Rude Nuts, Hammered Emails, Dr. Scrambles, VB Moonrock, CFWJ, Value Grain, South Greers, South Grower 56, Hanky State 420, OGKP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Speed Growing, Nature's Best Nugs, Killer P Grows, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Uso for Life, Bully 4 Life 420, the Jeff Pro 420, Viva 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, Goddamn, I'm Baked Heads Test. The Griffin Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock, 420, 420, Boom Farm, Charlie's Farm, 420, Aldrich, 25, Smiley's Garden, Shade D's, Miss D's Nugs. Miss you, lady. Smoke and Grow Frazier, Grow Kotsky, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Grow Say, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Mike, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cannon Trooper, Flying Cat 420, Light Up Again, Tim, UKSIF, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dinkman Dan, Dinkman 420, Red Setter Farms, Good Life, Joni Bell, Chief of B, Most Hated Grower, Major General 420 Army, The American One, W Digger 714, Sharate, Skinny Oats, Genetics, Mountain Skies, Ready to Hit That Hot Fire, Chris Mertz, Ian Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Pepper Faye, Cam, Fingered Lakes, Finest, Ridge Patch, Dozer Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jair Bear, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City, Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042 Spacewalkers, Kristen Tree Mum, T. Barrington, Hurt and Soul Homegrown, Mike B. T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Liptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest, Seeds, Ross Kai Paul, Lemon Holco, Trench Digger, Rita's Juicy Life, Richard 420, Grant Man, Maribon, Sammy Sizzle, 81, 9 Inch Colas, Chris Mo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Decime Brew, Cannon Nation, JJ Wire, Mid 311 mix up. Oh, I already did that side. Rob, Robbie, Sean Bids, Rescue Ready, Roadside, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Fred, Father and Son, Trimming Tutorials, Doug T. Dank, Jose Ramirez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Moonbuck, Chivo Man, GR 420, Community Videos, DR Detroit River Rat, that is Louis Garcia, Michael P, AJ every day, Audit everywhere, Cheddar Bob 13, Maine, 420, Medgrower, Cookie Scoop, Jay Hendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally Mansell, Adam Skankin, Chanel Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Ganja Roads, Kazoo, Aaron Burning Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln Stinking, Angel Studios MG, The Grove 420, Grow Temp, Paul Tiella, John Fleming, Dankovich, Fibro Flower, Paul P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Papalik, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, fuck all that be, The Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Stoner Baker, MD, praying for you, brother. Hopefully you snap out of that coma very soon. Stony Creek, Russ Silings, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Hermit Has, Freebird, Mo Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blake, Golf Coach, Chronic, Sink Fat, Caballero, Polaro, Harley Grower, Jen God, Jason Line 512, Steve Collins, Ken Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island, Hayes, Scuba, Steve Speaks, JR Rim, Randy K, TCDR, Claire Killian, Wardrobe Farmer, Randy Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boo 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom B, Puffer Smiles, 15 Digits, Michigan Ganja Mooch, Hash, Fred D, Super Bob, I love this song. Groski 808, Weekend at Bernie's. Hopefully, you might not even hear me through this. K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style, Organic, Zippy, iMedic 31, Honesty. This reminds me of old good times right here. KL, Me All Flower, Brent Boog, Todd Kendricks Newtons, KNT, Chris D, Crucium, Folk Jones, Folk, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul, Homegrown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Kevin, all right, Canna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Collab, Low Cut, Albert Tremblay, Mo Main, Medic, Mo Manic Med, there we go, Raz Benchy, Helen, Huge Anus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, Big High Flyer, or just High Flower 420, Lobster Brush Bro, Maine, Mother Tree, Maine, Red Pill, Yo Boy Roy, but Aesthetic, Shannon Gibson, your Wuhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, the 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill 710, that's one and the same, Cannabis through K Rolling, Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, Buddha Blake, thank you for popping in 420, man. Entourage Effects, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, El Mondo 420, Surrounded by Keys, Ferrari Farms, Friends Dweller, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Richard Forbes, Daniel or David Pimenta, B4P Funk, Nigga T, John Reeves. What about Bob, Prince Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin, Man, B, Dungley, fucking James Chung, sorry, James for the fucking part of that. Serge Gross, 818, John Wage, Carolina Roots, Sister Golden Hair, Deanna, El Dankarito, K&F, Garden Blank 1030, choose one, only feed, Farmer James, Crypto Flyer, Richard Lamb, HIP Grower, Matt Ledreen, Dan Marino, Maine, Chronic Wonders, Sunrise Road, Top Floor Genetics, Mold Vision 420, Can 2 Cannabis, Jess Fisher, My Dog Nelly, Rooster, Alex Hardy, Hardy Gear, one of the same Med Grower, or Medi Cropper, that is, Daniel Grows Photos, Mitten Grown Med, Sunrise Grows again, of course, my baby girls, Lucky Brittany and Crew, No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad, Alchemist, and Canna Minx, looking for my episode with you too, brother. Soulborn Addiction, Ross, Joe, Alex, D, Doherty, or Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, Dan, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarge Grows, 818, Daily, Blaze Daily, Fried Piper, Perpetual, Eagle Proud Warrior, Sarah Smiles for you, Frank Usada, The Dink, Duchess, Keno, Kelly, Maxwell, Captain 420, Frank Usada again, because obviously I couldn't read 5 lines back. Sink Fed, Boy About Bob, Iljuster 420, Pop Shrooms, John Growski, John Doe, Duncan Dugan, Gangsta, THC4, PTSD, T Barrington, Honcho Grown, Swamp Cat. Oh, damn, I always fuck that one up. I'm skipping it. Best of, because Mr. Manny D, Canifari, 420 AB Normal, Franklin Guerrero, Bare Feet, J Brent 74, CK Brown Guy 420, Pachyderm 420, Burning Tree Made EA, Gray Sun Grow 207, Hydro Daily, Hemp with GG, Jamie Ream, Sun Supreme Grape, Max or Stony Rockefeller, that is, Cannabis Caveman. We had Bruce City Synthetic, Hawaii Sustainable, Midnight Roots, Dead Clinic, Knuckle, Michael P, Polly Be Quick, Be Nimble, Bud Kilowatts, Michael D 4889, that is, Disbanded Brothers, Mycelium Matt Joseph. Looking forward to my episode with you as well. Green Machine RX, Keith and Chat, Chief and Chief. Thank you for telling me about Sonar Breaker MD. Hydro Daily. We have what do we fucking have too? Concerned American Canvas 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. Jointsworth, Z Trees, Ganja's Sukul. That's gonna get me every time. Oil 710 is Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, and of course Victoria Boydach. Hopefully I said that right, Victoria. I know I didn't. That's all right. And of course, last but not least, we will never ever forget our friend Weedus 207. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in again tonight. I like this one too. Join me tonight. Monday night, of course, is a mandatory wormhole. I will be here tonight. After doing some work in the garden, long day of finishing up my tile job, and be ready to be hanging out with you 2 a.m. Eastern Time for another kickoff for what I'm hoping will be another amazing week. You guys have a great day, great night, whichever applies to you. You guys know the routine. Hopefully by now, it's the end of your journey. Please get some time. This is the beginning of your journey for today. Have a great day. It's Monday. Have a great week. More importantly, please do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. So easy. It ain't gotta be money. Fucking money kind of not meaningless. Makes the world go round, unfortunately. Smile, random acts of kindness. You wouldn't believe how much a eye contact with somebody having a bad day. How you doing with that? Just let somebody know. Somebody out there that cares. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to hopefully all of you and then some tonight in chat. On the show. I love you guys. Please do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I'm never gonna quit reminding you guys of that.